The bishop that's all about the Benjamins.
I don't have time for prison. I have children to raise.
You remember he went viral last year, robbed of over $1 million in jewelry during church service. Now Bishop Lamor Whitehead is wrapped up in his own mess, indicted for federal financial crimes.
This all stems from a lie.
He says it was a setup by the feds. So the Shade Room dug up some new records, shedding light on the darkness that's possibly going on behind the scenes. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates Updates. A lot has happened since our August 2022 investigation into the robbery that unfolded during a morning sermon at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries in Brooklyn.
Yo. All right. Yo, all right.
Investigators say two men, 23-year-olds Jawan Anderson and Saquon Pollock, were arrested and charged for possessing and brandishing a firearm and robbery. It was all caught on live stream. They allegedly stole over $1 million worth of jewelry from Bishop Lamor Whitehead and his wife. A third suspect is still at large.
I was getting drowned for 2 months that I was the one who set the robbery up.
Do you know who Jawan Anderson and Saquon Pollock are?
No, I never seen them a day in my life.
But the tables have now turned on Bishop Whitehead, known as the Bling Bling Bishop. He parades around New York City, seen on social media, in luxury cars, designer outfits, and a multi-million-dollar mansion in New Jersey. A mansion that's now been written in recent indictments as something Bishop Whitehead allegedly tried to pay for by using fake bank records. In December 2022, he was indicted on fraud, extortion, and making false statements. Prosecutors wrote in that indictment that for over a year, beginning in April 2020, he, quote, elicited approximately $90,000 from an individual who attended his church, telling her that he would, quote, use the money to assist her in obtaining a home, and after doing so, Whitehead would otherwise be able to use the money as an investment in his real estate business. Instead, investigators say that he used the money, which was from the victim's retirement savings, to purchase, quote, thousands of dollars of luxury goods and clothing, and he continued to use the victim's money for his own purposes.
She was never a member of my ministry, okay? I'm not guilty, period, point blank. And I just wish people read.
We did read further. The indictment includes a second incident accusing the bishop of attempting to convince a businessman to lend him approximately $500,000 in exchange for a stake in certain real estate transactions. Whitehead allegedly told the man that he had the power to secure construction contracts from New York City government because of his relationship with New York City Mayor Eric Adams. It says, quote, that Whitehead had no ability to obtain such actions, despite him telling the alleged victim that they would make millions.
He continuously lied about the entire narrative, and he put me on their radar.
Bishop Whitehead says the businessman in this indictment is Brandon Belmonte, an auto body shop owner who he hired to repair his family's luxury cars.
And he overheard me talking about real estate, and then he started to do his research, knowing who I was and knowing that the mayor of New York was my mentor. And then he began, unbeknown to me, he began to start a project on me as far as trying to get me, lower me into saying things about the mayor. He had owed me $5,000 because I had to pay for my wife's rental car that he said he was going to reimburse. And when he came to pay me, right, the first thing that he did was say, okay, look, how much money do we have to pay the mayor under the table?
He says that it was a transaction set up by the FBI. Why would he try to set you up? What would be his motive?
His motive is he's in trouble for some other stuff, from whatever he's doing. And I'm a bishop. I have celebrity status, and the mayor of New York.
We did look up Brandon Belmonte in the U.S. Federal Court Records database. Belmonte has been named in several lawsuits accusing him of failure to repay hundreds of thousands of dollars in private loans, but one of the cases was in fact thrown out because it was filed in the wrong jurisdiction.
You have become this polarizing figure where everybody's glued to what you're wearing, how you move, everybody's watching your every move. And we've talked about this before. You driving the fancy cars and you having the Gucci blazer on.
Right? It seems like a crime that I got a Gucci vest on or Gucci. So just to help me understand, why can't I wear what I want to wear?
You're being accused of taking money or scamming people out of money. And then, you show up in a flashy way. So it is optics.
Justin. I've been doing real estate over 20 years.
Is that right? Where the money comes from? I mean, how many properties do
you have? The Bible said that there was 4 rivers in the Garden of Eden. And I always teach my people to have at least 4 streams of income. I don't have to go through how all streams of income of how I make my money, right? Because I'm not going to ask you how you make all your money. But you better believe it's legit.
You work hard, you get rewarded for it. But in the same token, there are people out there who don't work hard, who manipulate people into giving them money, and that is what people see you as.
People were mad at me because they seen my closet, right? People were mad at me when I got robbed. Why did you have jewelry on? Why not? So I can't buy jewelry? And at the end of the day, God is not mad at me for wearing Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fendi. You want to know why? Because God gave them the idea for it. Because the Bible says in Jeremiah 1:5, before I formed thee, I knew you. So the purpose of the makers of Fendi, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton, God already put that purpose in them before he even came into their mother's womb.
We reached out to Brandon Belmonte for comment. We haven't heard back, but back in March, Bishop Whitehead did file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against him, claiming that he slandered his name in an interview with the New Yorker magazine that suggested that Bishop Whitehead tried to get a $5,000 kickback in exchange for government favors. Bishop Whitehead has denied all charges against him and says that he can't comment on specifics of these cases, but says that he's looking forward to his day in court to clear his name. For TSR Investigates Updates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.